Hello everyone and welcome to State of the Game 119.
Tomorrow morning we're going to shut down the PTS and we're bringing the final tweaks to TU3 and then we are ready to roll that out. Title update 3, so the next big one is coming next week.
The raid will follow shortly after.
Yes.
And you will want to stay tuned to all Division channels early next week for exactly information regarding that.
So yeah, just to be clear, it is part of Title Update 3. It is implemented with the update, but we are not opening it right away. We're going to open it a bit later, so people have time to prepare with all the Title Update 3 changes. Yeah, the decision we've made is that we are not increasing gear score with Title Update 3. So maximum gear score is going to remain at 500. In general, we are going to be more generous, more predictable as well. So that means that activities that are more challenging are going to be more likely and to give you 500 and you're going to get more of them. But the main idea is we want people to be able to choose what they want to do in order to get them. We want people to be able to play their favorite activity and be rewarded for it and not feel like we are forcing them somewhere. Crafted exotic weapons will now always upgrade to the maximum gear score of the world tier they are crafted in when the upgrade blueprint is used. Increase ammunition drop chance from enemy NPCs to limit situations where players would run out of ammunition during prolonged fights and higher difficulty activities. Dark Zone contaminated loot does not drop below players' average gear score and will guarantee gear score 500 when the player has reached 500 gear score. Going to the Dark Zone, even though we don't have the 515 anymore, going to the Dark Zone is going to be a very, very good source of getting 500 gear. Heroic difficulty mission bosses, stronghold bosses, bounty bosses, and control point alert level 4 reward containers will guarantee gear score 500 when the player has reached 500 gear score. Reduce the chances of items dropping at a lower gear score than players' average gear score.
So after completing missions, players may opt to look at an activity summary, showcasing the performance in that activity and allowing an expanded look at a variety of detailed statistics. Decreased the throwers' NPC accuracy with grenades. They are no longer professional baseball pitchers.
Control point difficulty is now more clearly communicated using regular difficulty names in addition to alert levels. Players can now select the civilian takeover icon on the map as a respawn option during control point takeover. The option is disabled after the enemy leader joins the fight.
The settlement weekly projects now award blueprints. That's cool.
Yeah, all of them, at least, because it used to be that some of them do, sometimes they don't, but not all of them.
Just quickly, the skill changes. The assault drone in PvE, the drone will now more actively look for a new target once it loses its current target. The defender drone, and I guess this is both PvE and PvP, will now drain more quickly once a shot has been deflected. I know a lot of people are using that in PvP, so we'll have to see what that means. Reinforce a chem launcher. The gas clouds do not stack anymore. Take note. The Reviver Hive. There's been bugs with that. More occurrences of those have been fixed.
Yes.
The revive time has been slightly increased, but it should be more reliable. The base duration of the Riot Foam when used against an NPC has been increased. The Scanner Pulse has had its cooldown reduced from 120 to 90 seconds.
There's a lot of gear changes with Title Update 3.
Oh, yeah.
There's really a lot with talents, with the way stats work, with the recalibration, with the survivability stuff we talked about, the weapons that we're going to talk about now. So there's really a lot of gear changes. So don't be surprised if when you log in next week after we deploy the update, you're probably going to have to do a bit of tweaking here and there because your gear might have changed. So yeah, that's something to be aware of. And that's also why we're going to give you some time to prepare before we open the raid. And that's also, again, one of the reasons why we don't want to increase gear score, because there's going to be already a bunch of maintenance work to be done there.
PvP-specific things. So in Conflict, the armor boost has been reduced by 50%. Same thing for the damage boost, actually. Yes. Players are now scaled to max world tier gear score across the board. And there are some PvP-specific overrides, so weapon and skill global damage modifiers will be tweaked, and weapon and skill damage modifiers as well. So people who are wondering if there's PvP and PvE-specific balancing, that is a true fact.
Dark Zone. So what do we have in here? Contaminated loot. Bosses now guarantee a contaminated loot drop. Higher challenge landmarks can drop multiple contaminated items. Basic, veteran, and elite NPCs have their drop rate lowered, but now have a very high chance to drop contaminated loot.
Max bag size is now 10. just to restate, next week is a big one. TU3 comes out next week, and shortly after, the raid will be dropping. If you do want to know exactly the schedule for that raid dropping, you'll want to stick around next week. Division on Twitter, the website, basically everywhere. Keep an eye out for those
all of the
announcements.
information next week.
Yeah, next week is
But yes.
a very, very big one.
Title Update 3 releases.
Exactly.